auditory illusion that drove the internet crazy, Yanny versus Laurel. A couple of years ago, social media influencer Chloe Feldman posted a poll on Twitter asking, "What do you hear, Yanny or Laurel?" Attached to this post was an audio clip of a robotic voice saying a single word repeatedly. Now, why was it that some heard Yanny and others heard Laurel, even under fairly similar circumstances? Well, actually, there are numerous factors that play a role in how we perceive this audio clip. Such factors range from personal demographics such as age to more obvious variations, such as the device on which this audio is being played. The first factor involved is priming. Priming is a psychological scenario in which our brain subconsciously gains influence from one stimulus that transfers to another. Before having the chance to even hear this audio clip, we're offered two options, Yanny or Laurel. If we listened to this clip without any information and left it completely open to interpretation, we'd likely end up hearing neither Yanny nor Laurel. The second major concept that explains this phenomenon is presbycusis, also known as high-frequency hearing loss. The loss of hearing commonly results from an increase in age. To explain the role of presbycusis in the Yanny versus Laurel phenomenon, we must first dissect this recording to identify the various frequencies that this audio clip contains. We can gain insight on this information by charting this audio in a spectrogram. A spectrogram is a visual representation of the varying frequencies present in a signal over time. Here we see a spectrogram of a computer-generated audio Yanny versus Laurel recording. On the y-axis, we see the frequency, and the x-axis shows us the time. Through the spectrogram, we can see that the frequency of Yanny remains constantly at a higher level than that of Laurel. This is where presbycusis comes into play to explain why a higher percentage of younger individuals tend to hear Yanny and older individuals are prone to hear Laurel. Upon adjusting this pitch of the original sound file to a higher frequency, more people begin to hear Yanny, whereas lowering the frequency can cause more people to begin hearing Laurel. Here's an example of the sound file adjusted lower.
Laurel.
Here's an example of the sound file adjusted higher. The part of your brain that's most responsible for this phenomenon is called the superior temporal gyrus, which is located above your ears. This part of the brain contains something called the primary auditory cortex, which is what allows us to process sounds. This area of the brain plays a pivotal role in how we perceive sounds, particularly speech. Neurons in this region of the brain alter their behavioral patterns when listeners are in noisy areas, which can cause certain words to sound ambiguous. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the answer. Multiple news outlets and articles have confirmed that this audio clip was taken from the pronunciation feature on a vocabulary site that was defining the word Laurel. The ambiguity in this clip came from additional background noise and higher frequencies that led to a lack of clarity.